Hello everyone, this is Today in History. Today is Saturday, February the 3rd, the 34th day of 2024. There are 332 days left in the year. On this day in 1468, German craftsman, inventor, and printer Johannes Gutenberg, whose printing press was considered a historic changing invention, died in Mainz. On this day in 1690, Massachusetts issued the first paper money in the American colonies. On this day in 1811, American newspaper editor Horace Greeley, known as one of the most pervasive anti-slavery voices in the antebellum North, was born in Amherst, New Hampshire. On this day in 1865, in a personal meeting with the Confederate representatives, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln offered liberal pardons in exchange for the South's quitting the Civil War, with reunion as a precondition of peace, an offer that was rejected. On this day in 1870, the 15th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States was ratified, guaranteeing the right to vote regardless of race and intending to ensure, with the 14th Amendment, the civil rights of former slaves. On this day in 1874, avant-garde American writer Gertrude Stein, whose Paris home was a salon for the leading artists and writers of the period between World Wars I and World War II, was born. On this day in 1894, the first American steel ship, the Dirigo, was launched from Bath, Maine. On this day in 1913, the 16th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, granting Congress the authority to levy income taxes, was ratified. We'll thank the asshole who did that in a minute. On this day in 1917, not yet involved in World War I, the United States broke off diplomatic relations with Germany after the Germans announced their intention to practice unrestricted submarine warfare. On this day in 1924, former U.S. President Woodrow Wilson died at age 67. He's the asshole who signed the 16th Amendment into law, granting Congress the authority to levy income taxes. Thanks, Woodrow. On this day in 1959, rising American rock stars Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson are killed when their charter Beechcraft Bonanza plane crashes in Iowa a few minutes after takeoff from Mason City on a flight headed for Moorhead, Minnesota. Investigators blame the crash on bad weather and pilot error. Holly and his band, the Crickets, had just scored a #1 hit with That'll Be the Day. After mechanical difficulties with the tour bus, Holly had chartered a plane for his band to fly between stops on the Winter Dance Party tour. However, Richardson, who had the flu, convinced Holly's band member Waylon Jennings to give up his seat, and Richie Valens won a coin toss for another seat on the plane. On this day in 1960, the Italian dramedy La Dolce Vita, which was directed by Federico Fellini, had its world premiere, and it became widely hailed as one of the most important films in cinema. On this day in 1975, Egyptian singer Kulthum, who was one of the most famous Arab singers and public personalities of the 20th century, died in Cairo. On this day in 1995, American astronaut Eileen became the first woman to pilot a space shuttle, the Discovery. On this day in 2005, American lawyer and judge Alberto Gonzales was sworn in as the Attorney General of the United States, becoming the first Hispanic to occupy the post. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Today is Saturday, February the 3rd, the 34th day of 2024. There are 332 days left in the year.